statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
That's a nice uplifting theme music, isn't it? Great to be with you. Thanks for tuning in. Got a good show today, boy. Good guests. Got one in the studio, actually alive. As we say, live in studio, direct from the Tonight Show. Well, this is the Today Let's Talk Nutrition show. And Dr. Sally Byrd's in studio with me for the first hour. Tracy Kreider, Dr. Kreider is in the second hour. She'll be on the phone, still good. And Steven's behind the glass, and Josh is on this side of the glass with me in the room. Gonna have to get one of those cameras, Josh, where you can move it around and do. I know. I don't know if we can get to that.
Like a 360 pan type of thing?
Yeah, so you can control it, and you can, span it around the room, this and that, whatever.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
They do have stuff like that.
I know. Yes, I even know that. And they have light switches and toilets too now.
Yes. Yeah. It's not pull chain anymore.
I know.
Did you know you can shower inside the house? You don't have to go outside.
It's amazing.
Yes.
The technology is incredible.
You can buy animal food at the store. You don't have to go kill it yourself.
Yeah. Nice to know that you know this.
That's amazing.
You can watch this show. You can watch this show at letstalknutrition.com. We stream. Why? Because we found out that people do that now. You have somebody sitting in their living room. They're watching TV. They have their laptop in their lap, and they're streaming on their smartphone all at the same time. People streaming all over the place. But this is terrestrial radio, and most people listen. They prefer to listen on the radio because there's no buffering. It's great quality. So please, I beseech you, support your local radio station. We love those people. They make it possible for us to be in your neck of the woods. The theme for today is men, meat, and mold, at least in this first hour. I'll explain. Men, meat, and mold. 3 M's. 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. Somebody asked me, they said, I see you on TV all the time, and you got that red thing around your neck. I forget to take it off. What it is, it's my pass to get into the building. Security here. So that's what that is. I keep forgetting to take it off. It's not a red necktie. Men. Let's start with men. Turns out sometimes we tend to, there's no such word, but genderize certain illnesses and disorders, like osteoporosis. Typically, that's associated with women. And that I get that, I understand it. And they're at risk, especially women that are perimenopausal, menopausal, and postmenopausal because of estrogen and hormone imbalance and whatnot. We've talked about that on the show. Get that. That's good. But turns out that osteoporosis is not just a woman's concern. It's also a concern for for men. Screening women for osteoporosis is just routine these days. When it comes to men, however, you know what? The majority of men are never screened. And what happens? They end up with osteoporosis. And it's already in play. And it's one of those diseases where it's hard to, once it's started, it's difficult to stop and manage and get on, Yeah. Turns out in the United States, about 1.5 million men who are 65 years of age and older suffer from osteoporosis. And another 3.5 million are at risk for developing it. If you're watching the show, you see the press release that we have put up there for you to show you that I don't make this stuff up. This is an evidence-based show, and I'm looking to the science and to wherever we can find, show me the data. Women have a Dr. Mary Roop, a Houston Methodist endocrinologist, says women have a screening safety net between their primary care physician and OB/GYN. Women will begin bone density screenings at the appropriate age. Men are less likely, she said, to have routine primary care checkups and don't receive preventative care similar to what is provided for women, close quote. This is what happens when you start to associate a disease with a gender. Heart disease has been genderized. Again, there's no such word, but genderized. It's a man's disease. No, it's not. It's a human disease. And women suffer more from heart disease than they do breast cancer. I think my numbers are right on that. So we have to stop doing that. Yes, there are differences between men and women, but these are not real differences. The American College of Physicians recommends that men be assessed yearly for osteoporosis and the risk factors associated with, starting when? About age 50, they say. The primary risk factor for men is genetics, family history, such as women in their family with osteoporosis or parents who suffered a hip fracture. Same thing. Genetics is a big factor here. Now, that's not to say that diet and lifestyle are not risk factors and all the variables that constitute those two domains. Other factors that can raise a man's risk of osteoporosis are what? Prescription steroid use, or bodybuilders who use steroids. Gastrointestinal disease is another. Use of prostate cancer drugs is another risk for men, and alcohol abuse. At age 70, the Endocrine Society recommends, in this press release, it says that all men begin routine bone density screenings as the risk for osteoporosis increases at age 70. You often hear me say, it's not just about prevention, it's about preparation. And what I mean by that is this. As you move deeper into the life cycle, have you built up enough inventory of health to prepare yourself for what's going to happen? If you don't die from an accident, you're going to get sick. That me too. Or the parts just flat wear out. That's rare. And you die from parts just not working anymore. It's usually a disease. Are you prepared to deal with that? Do you have enough inventory of health to cope with the stress associated with getting sick? So it's not about just prevention, it's preparation. You have to have an eye toward the future and prepare yourself for that later sector in the lifespan where things start to go wrong. Come back. get Dr. Byrd on the mic. She's not on the phone today. We'll talk about, I'll get her take on meat and mold. So the theme in this first hour is men, meat, and mold. Maybe they're all three related in some way. But do we have men eat a lot of meat that are moldy? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what that means. 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. Where, around here, nutrition is the first principle of health, and that's a principle that we air coast to coast.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
If you've ever had digestive issues slow you down, it's time to live digestively with the #1 high-potency probiotic, Ultimate Flora. Because with 50 billion live cultures inside you, life feels a little lighter, a little livelier, a little more you. No matter where life takes you, live digestively with Ultimate Flora probiotics from Renew Life. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. #1 probiotic brand with 15 billion or more cultures based on annual sales. How can a sweet little fruit gummy help you live digestively? Ultimate Flora probiotic gummies put the ultimate natural digestive support to work inside you to help you feel a little lighter, a little more you. And if raspberry lemonade's a little more you, feel bubbly in a good way with Ultimate Flora probiotic fizzy drink mix. Ultimate Flora probiotic gummies and fizzy drink mix. 2 great ways to live digestively, deliciously. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Is your skin showing signs of aging? Do you want hair with more body and stronger nails? Add NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C to your daily routine to help you regain your youthful, vibrant appearance. Collagen is the body's key structural protein, and it is critical to the elasticity and strength of connective tissues like skin, ligaments, and tendons. Recent clinical studies suggest that supplementing with collagen may reduce wrinkles and increase the firmness of your skin, improve the thickness of your hair, and strengthen your nails. Previously, medical studies also show a wide range of benefits from collagen supplements that may help with your joint pain, bone strength, and exercise recovery. NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C provides 100% pure collagen that's hydrolyzed for maximum absorption. Results are felt and seen within weeks. Super Collagen Plus C promotes a healthy body by providing specialized nutritional support to help fight the effects of aging. NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C products are available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. One of my producers, Josh, has a button on his hat. It says, "Beware of humans." Beware of humans. Beware of dog. Beware of humans. Can you give me one of those buttons? Can you give me one of those?
Yeah, I sure can.
Okay. I want to. That's a small one. I'd like a little bigger. Can you? They come a little bigger?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right.
There's a bunch of them. It was me and my daughter. We were in Hot Topic, and she was going through them, and she picked it out. She goes, "Look, Daddy, this is perfect for you. You hate humans."
You hate humans.
I don't hate humans. I don't know where she got that from. But
Well, I don't know. You're meta-communicating that to her some way.
Yep.
My guest is Dr. Sally Byrd. She doesn't hate humans. And Dr. Byrd is a longtime guest and one of the LTN faves. We enjoy having her on the air. She's in studio today. Dr. Byrd, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Dr. Garko. It's a pleasure to be back.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Men and osteoporosis, your take?
I agree with you 100%. It's been neglected. The issues with steroids that you mentioned and alcohol abuse are huge. And many men, especially the aging bodybuilder community that you mentioned, they are suffering after the age of 45 to 50. Their bodies are just breaking down.
It's true. With osteoporosis, heart disease,
and
liver disease, pancreatic cancer, and whatnot.
One of the causes is probably the massive amounts of protein they have to consume. And with the alcohol abuse, alcohol's acid.
Yeah.
So what does that do? Destroys your bones.
So a lot of alcohol and a lot of protein together, not a good combination.
Not a good
but
combination.
I think primarily most of the variance for their osteoporosis is accounted for by their steroid use.
Yes.
But men who are sick, who are not bodybuilders and are put on steroids, that medication can also contribute to the diminishment of bone density. Yes?
Yes, it can.
So that's why you have to be in charge of your health and talk with your doctor and always get what are the side effects of these medications. Okay, you were just in Puerto Rico.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, I saw your posts, and you sent one. You posted something that was for me. What was it that you posted?
I posted a picture of their local dish called mofongo.
This is a daytime show. You can't talk like that on the air.
Actually had it twice, Doc. We had a red snapper one at one restaurant, and I had a shrimp one at another restaurant.
What's the name of that? What's the name of that?
Mofongo. It's
Man, I'm not even going to try. I might slip up.
Yeah. Let's just leave that alone. I think we should follow her lead. She went right over it.
So that's what it's called. I'm not even going to try to say
It's
it.
a mashed green plantain dish that is mixed with a protein of your choice. You could have chicken.
You had lamb.
Pork. I had shrimp at one restaurant and fresh red snapper at another.
Mofongo.
Mm-hmm. It's very popular and it's delicious.
Okay. What's your take on meat consumption?
Well, different people can handle different amounts of meat. So when you say meat, is this red meat or the white meats?
Let me be specific. Generally meats, and then I would refer you to red meat and processed meat.
Well, processed meat is a no-no because usually they include nitrates, nitrites, too much salt, sometimes food colorings and other chemicals. So unless it's a clean source, if you're speaking cold cuts at a deli counter, make sure that it's a cleaner protein. Mm-hmm. But overall, many of these processed meats are bad. They'll cause all types of
I've
health.
reported on that, the correlation between processed meats and cancer and other.
Yes, many things.
What about red meat generally?
Red meat generally, if it's a clean source, for some people, they do very well with it, as long as you don't eat it with too many carbohydrates at the same meal. So it'll turn to sugar. So
that's interesting. Okay.
yes, and again, this is where you and I differ sometimes, Doc, is I eat by the blood type. Follow Dr. Diadamo's work for 20 years now.
I know you have.
And I'm an O and you're an A. So
am I A? Is that what I told you?
You're an A plus. So for you, turkey, chicken, fish, best proteins. A little bit of lamb for you is fine.
Yeah.
For me, or for the O and the B types, they can handle a little bit more meat, but it depends on the quality and the amount. The portion control has a lot to do with it.
Well, I think we have great cattle ranchers and farmers in this country. They raise terrific cattle, beef, and some of these farmers now are trying to get rid of the bad feed, putting them on a range, free range, let them roam and eat. I support the cattle ranchers and the farmers. I think they're not called cattle farmers, cattle ranchers. They raise cattle and provide the beef. I support them 100%. A lot of people are surprised to hear me, someone on the L Talk shows, hosting a show, say that. I'm not opposed to eating meat, red meat. I don't eat it. New study out says that meat consumption raises mortality rates, and they looked at more than 1.5 million people. But there's more to the story. The headline is a little misleading. I'll explain. I am not a vegetarian. I'm not a vegan for sure then. Close. I've even almost stopped eating chicken now. Something's wrong with these. I got them at the grocery store, and I didn't feel right. Didn't smell right to me. Didn't taste right. I didn't feel right. I stopped eating it for 2 weeks. I noticed the difference. So I got to go to the free range chicken.
Yes.
But they don't put that on the rotisserie. They put the cheap chickens on the rotisserie and sell that. Get rid of those cheap chickens.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Alga Life, algae for life. NeoCell, the true science of collagen. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Okay, we're back. Dr. Sally Byrd's in the studio today, my guest, and we're talking about men, meat, and mold. We took care of the men part. The meat part, which is men like to eat meat, I guess. This study from the American Osteopathic Association said all-cause mortality was higher in the study for those who eat meat, especially red meat or processed meat, on a daily basis. Take note, I said daily basis. This was a meta-analysis. They reviewed large-scale studies involving more than 1.5 million people. So I am not opposed to eating meat, red meat. I don't think it's a good idea to eat it every day, but I don't think you need to eliminate it from your diet. Middle-aged men should be especially concerned about eating red meat 3, 4, 5 times a week. Too much. I would be careful and cautious about that for a lot of reasons. Prostate issues, heart issues, and whatnot. Story for another day. But this study emphasizes that it was daily consumption. I want to make it clear. I do not necessarily think that people should be on vegan or vegetarian ways of eating. I'm not. I'm close, but even if I were, I wouldn't tell you to do that. You have to get people to eat healthy. And you can eat meat and have a healthy diet. Meat is included in the Mediterranean diet. Not a lot of it, but it's included. Fish, chicken, and some red meat. So, mold. And my guest used to be a vegetarian. Dr. Byrd was a vegan. You were a vegan.
No, I was vegetarian.
Was your mother a vegetarian?
No.
She ate meat?
Yes, she did.
Okay. So at one point you were a vegetarian, then you went back and started eating meat again. You said you felt better.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's good. No, we're all good. Okay, mold. This is where Silver Biotics, that's a brand, comes into play. And Silver Biotics is silver. You need to get your face into that mic, your mouth, close to the mic. You got to talk into the mic. Steven's always on me about that. Silver Biotics is a wonderful company. They make silver and a special form of silver. And this is where the mold story comes in. So Dr. Byrd was just in Puerto Rico, and you were telling me the story off air about what?
We wanted to go for Italian food in Old San Juan, and it was pouring rain. You know, you get the Caribbean rainfall where you needed a umbrella and there's water just pouring down the sidewalks. And this one restaurant had both a terrace and an inside eating area. So as we were going into the restaurant, the door opens and you could smell mold. Many times in the Caribbean, the mold will adhere to wood. And so we carry essential oils and silver with us at all times. So before we even looked at the menu, we passed around. I happened to have some of the tooth gel, which is also good for sore throats. And you can actually swallow this.
It's a Silver Biotics.
It's a Silver Biotics tooth gel called Silver Soul. And we passed it around because one of the gentlemen was already getting redness in his face because he has an extreme mold allergy. And then we used the silver gel and put a little bit in our nose, put it on our hands, and put it on our faces, and we were fine for the whole meal.
Didn't you all wonder why all the people were staring at you in the restaurant?
No, they really were oblivious. I mean, it was okay.
You gotta be a strange looking crew walking around. And you sit down and you start passing around, sticking stuff up their nose, putting stuff in their mouth. And
we made it fun.
Got these tubes of whatever, and people are saying, God, are they high over there or what? Right? So,
we did it discreetly.
So what happened with the man who had the mold out?
His face went back to normal from being red, and he reapplied it just once because we were there for several hours, and he was fine.
Here's the silver gel. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. So Dr. Byrd brought me a quart of the Silver Biotics liquid silver, and I use it. I told her I'm using it sitting on my kitchen counter, and I'm swallowing my supplements. I'm drinking it like water. Am I making a mistake in doing that?
No, you're using a lot of it, but it's not going to hurt you at all. Your body, you'll be clean, you'll be mold free, Doc. So. Because it kills sugars and molds and,
now we have hair-free men, and now we're going to have mold-free men.
We're totally PC on this show, man.
Oh, man. Hair-free, mold-free.
Well, look, mold can change your personality. It changes your brain. It's toxic.
How's that?
It's toxic because it gets in your lungs. And it really is a problem, and it's overlooked. And look at bathroom. If you get a water leak, and I had another doctor call me just last week on this. She was getting her bathroom renovated up in New York State, and her throat started to close, her nose was running, and she started to get a headache. And she was suffering from mild headaches for a few months, and that's why she decided to do a bathroom renovation, because she knew there was mold in there. And she didn't quite believe me when I gave her a bottle of silver at a medical show a few months back. But she remembered, she got it out, she consumed a tablespoon and then put it in a spray bottle and sprayed it directly in the bathroom on the tile. She said within 15 minutes, her nose opened up, she could breathe. She said it saved her life. I mean, she was going to go to the hospital.
Wow. See, you hear these anecdotal stories. These are not clinical trials, and
it's a story. But
let's go to Norristown. I suspect they have mold in Norristown. Denise, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Just can't believe I'm listening to this show. I have mold in my bathroom. We have a tub surround that is corroded with mold behind it. And every time my husband goes in there, he's either sneezing or his eyes tear up or they turn red. But what do you do in a situation like that? I can't take the surround off.
Well, a couple things. One, you can renovate the bathroom, get rid of the mold. The quick fix would be to
start drinking this silver and spray it directly on the mold until you can get that bathroom either regrouted or redone, but it needs to be done.
So the Silver Biotics, you have the liquid, bottle of the liquid.
Yes.
Hold that up. If you're watching, that's a Silver Biotics liquid. I have it by the quart sitting on my counter in my kitchen. I'm drinking it. That's one thing he can do, Denise. The other is he can take the silver gel also. Can he put that in his nose?
He can put it right in his nose after he puts it on his hands, and that will help with the breathing issue.
So she has to buy a sprayer. Don't hang up, Denise. We'll come back. We'll talk to you some more.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus, CBD Oil by CV Sciences is the trusted brand setting the standards in this newly emerging category of plant-based extracts, offering a variety of hemp-derived CBD oil products that you can count on. In order to make the highest quality CBD oil products available, it is important to manage every step of the supply chain process, from seed to shelf. That's why, from harvesting our EU-certified hemp seeds, to laboratory testing for quality and safety, to producing our exceptional line of products, we are committed to going the extra mile. It is our commitment to you. Join the CBD evolution. Ask your local natural health retailer about Plus CBD oil products by CV Sciences today. Follow us on Facebook and learn more at pluscbdoil.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Murray with a minute of important health news. One of my all-time favorite natural products is a special extract of licorice known as DGL. DGL is short for deglycyrrhizinated licorice, but I tell my patients that it stands for darn good licorice. DGL is made by removing the compound in licorice that can raise blood pressure in some people. Double-blind clinical studies have shown DGL is quite useful in healing stomach and intestinal ulcers. In fact, in head-to-head studies, it has actually outperformed popular anti-ulcer drugs. But rather than inhibit the release of stomach acid, DGL stimulates the normal defense mechanisms that prevent ulcer formation and promote healing. Clinical studies have not only shown DGL to be extremely effective, but also that it is completely without side effects. Clearly, DGL is a better choice.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever, sneezing, watery eyes. Here's some advice you won't want to miss.
I'm a doctor, and my patients used to dread allergy season. But then I discovered A-Vogel Allergy Relief, a unique combination of natural ingredients that usually addresses every one of my patients' symptoms. And while it's clear that the vast majority of my patients benefit significantly from A-Vogel Allergy Relief, what's even more amazing is that after using it, at least half of my patients' symptoms didn't return. As a doctor, that's the kind of outcome my patients and I can appreciate.
Get doctor-recommended A-Vogel Allergy Relief for your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Rollin' Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
Energy, energy, and more energy. Everyone needs it. But did you know you can get the energy you need quick through the powers of wild forest extracts? Wild chaga and birch bark were a secret source of energy and power for Russian athletes years ago, making them unbeatable. Now you too can experience real energy and power like you never dreamed possible. Wild chaga is the world's top source of SOD, superoxide dismutase, that critical enzyme that blocks the aging process and keeps your cells healthy. Wild birch extract is the world's top source of betulin, a natural sterol needed by every cell of the body. And healthy cells mean a healthy you, and a more powerful one too. Chaga birch bark is also good for your heart, healthy cholesterol, and even helps build healthy arteries. No wonder it's known as the king of all herbs. So take your Chaga Charge tea with wild birch bark every day and Chaga Max capsules from North American Herb and Spice and get that maximum energy you need. Also available in liquid as Chago Power Drops. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Did you know that the most common form of calcium supplement today is calcium carbonate, also known as limestone? You don't eat rocks as part of your balanced diet, so why would you choose to supplement your bone health nutritional needs with limestone? Our bodies understand and seek whole food sources of nutrition. New Chapter is proud to deliver Bone Strength Take Care, a calcium complex that delivers key bone health nutrients in the form of whole food, not rocks. Bone Strength Take Care also delivers key bone-nourishing nutrients, including vitamins D3 and K2. Vitamin K2 is of critical importance as it ensures calcium is placed in the bone where it's needed and stays out of the arteries where it's not. Discover for yourself the whole food bone health alternative to rocks. Bone Strength Take Care, the best-selling natural bone health supplement in America. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Men, meat, and mold. We took care of the men and the meat. Now we're on the mold. They're not all related. It could be, but I'm not just saying. Men, meat, and mold. And mold is a big deal, especially here in Florida, too. And it affects people in ways they're not even aware of. You have a mold-infested house, people get sick. They don't know why they're sick, headaches, allergic reactions. And sometimes they have to renovate the entire house, rip out all the drywall, and start over. This happens typically in bathrooms, too, where there's a lot of moisture from the shower and the water and this and that. Mold will accumulate. Talking to Denise in Norristown, her husband walks into the bathroom and he has allergic kinds of reactions, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to know if there's specific toxic symptoms that you have from mold. And also, since you were talking about protein, how much would a 150-pound man consume a day in protein, not to destroy his bones?
I'll answer the second question first, and then Dr. Byrd will answer the first question. In terms of how much protein, it depends on the stature of the individual, height, weight, their health, their physical activity, and so on. It ranges, the recommendations are from 0.5 all the way up to 1.2, 1.3 grams per pound of body weight. I wouldn't recommend the higher end if he's not an athlete and is not very physically active. A 0.5 grams per pound of body weight, that's about 75 grams a day, should accommodate his protein needs. Now, he could take a little bit more, a little less. I think a little bit more, not less, wouldn't hurt him. But you have to be careful with protein because it can create uric acid, too much of it, and it's hard on the kidneys. I've known athletes to take so much protein that they end up with kidney failure and being rushed to an emergency room. I've known that happen at least 2 or 3 times with athletes that I know. So you got to be careful. The older you get, the more important it is. It becomes even more important to get protein because of sarcopenia, which is muscle wasting. And it's also important as you get older to do resistance training, lifting weights, and any kind of resistance movement to keep muscle mass. It becomes critical. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, it's funny that you said that because he has a very strenuous job and he often pulls muscles.
Then maybe he should do 100 grams a day.
Okay.
He's 150 pounds. He's not obese, thank God. So he doesn't have that problem. That's great. How old? May I ask how old he is?
He's 59 and he's in great shape.
Ah, wonderful. I like that.
And he's 5 foot. He's about 5'8".
Oh, good. He's in good shape. 150 is about the right weight. That's great. Yeah, you're lucky to have a partner, a husband who's taking care of himself. Go ahead, Dr. Byrd. Answer her first question. Denise's first question.
With the mold, Denise, yes, it can cause neurological issues as much as personality changes in somebody, and it can start shutting down the way that the cells communicate with each other. So allergies, sinus problems, personality changes, lung issues, breathing issues. It is a serious concern, but it's not addressed as such.
You said she'd get one, like an atom, to put the liquid in a bottle.
She can
spray
put it in a spray bottle if she chooses. And
spray it on the towel.
If you spray it directly on the mold, it usually takes 15, 20 minutes max to kill the spores right there on the tile. However, for long term, you will probably have to get the bathroom
because you may have
regrouted.
mold on the inside of the wall.
Yes. But
I know I do.
But
it's bad news. I mean, I've. By the way, your air conditioning unit. Some people will take Lysol. You put the blower on, turn the heat off, the cold off, and just put the fan on, and you take Lysol and spray it into the main vent and let it circulate through the system. That's one thing that people can do.
And you could use essential oils on a washcloth on an air conditioning system too, or add oils into a dehumidifier.
Right.
There's several things you can do, Denise, but it does need to be addressed.
Okay.
Good,
Thank you very much.
Good call. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Silver Biotics is the silver that we're talking about, and what they've done here is they've patented. It's a patented metallic nano silver particle with a thin multivalent. For those of you in chemistry, silver Ag4O4. You have, the molecules consist of four atoms of silver and 4 atoms of oxygen each molecule. So, so they this you don't turn blue, right, Doctor?
You can drink as much of it as you.
I'm drinking.
As you need to.
I drink it like it's. I put it in a glass, or I drink it right out of the bottle. Take my supplements with it.
And it's FDA cleared for safety, so.
That's
nice.
on. Well,
for human
that's
safety. It's a big deal.
That's a big deal. FDA cleared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you going back to Puerto? What's that dish? Could you find a dish of mofongo? You found a dish of mofongo? You could not. You will. You're going back to Puerto Rico?
Probably in the fall.
I see. Have you been to Greece?
Not yet.
I'm shocked.
It's on my bucket list. Just Italy.
You've been to Italy. I've been to Greece either. I'd like to go. I would like to go. I would try the food. I want to see the food and go see the Acropolis and all that. I have not been to Greece. I would love to go. They're in a lot of trouble over there financially. The economy's in a bad way.
Well, they need tourism, so we
So
have
wait a
to
minute.
support
You're in
country.
Puerto Rico and you're going for an Italian restaurant?
Well, I ate at Puerto Rican restaurants. We ate at Italian.
And you take your silver biotics wherever you...
Everywhere on the airplane. You put it on your hands. You use the silver gel on your hands. You're protected for 4 or 5 hours against most pathogens. You put it on your face. You can put a little in your nose.
There's a dish of mofongo.
Yes, that's
is that
one.
what it
That
looks
like a fish one.
Looks like a hockey puck sitting in...
What it is, it's mashed plantain, and each restaurant has their own version. It's like
is that what's in the center? Is that mashed plantain?
Yeah, that's a mashed plantain. It looks like pepper, onion, and that's a Creole sauce. You can either get it with a garlic and olive oil sauce or a Creole.
Looks like chicken and dumplings almost.
It's pretty. It looks good.
Yeah.
It's filling.
Lots of calories?
Yes.
Loaded with calories, yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't eat it every day.
I wouldn't.
It's a treat.
Would you consider that a nutritional sin?
Yes.
A little too salty.
I don't know. I'd probably take a bite or two of that. I'd probably eat off your plate.
You would.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, there you go. Dr. Byrd, thank you so much for coming in today. I always enjoy talking with you. I know the audience loves you. We get lots of nice comments about you, and they appreciate your authenticity and your practicality and the way you go about sharing your ideas. Silver Biotics, great product. Find it in all fine health stores throughout the United States. We'll be back with Dr. Kreider.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, and welcome back if you came over from the first hour. Great to be with you, and we're at the end of the week kind of show. 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. Show airs coast to coast, so it does play, including Hawaii, so it does play at different times in different markets. Please check your local listings and support your local radio show that broadcasts LTN. And Dr. Tracy Kreider will be my guest in this portion of the show. You hear me often talk about relationship with food. I have found over the years that talking with people about food in that way has some sort of intuitive appeal, and you're able to express ideas and give recommendations and talk about food when you talk about a person's relationship with food. At first, some find that a curious concept, but then when you explain it, they say, "Oh, I get it. You can have a relationship with food." And that relationship begins, as you hear me say all the time, in utero. What your mother ate began to influence your relationship with food in many different ways. And that relationship has different aspects to it or dimensions. What you eat, when you eat, why you eat, where you eat, with whom you eat, and so on. Well, there was a study trending this morning out of the University of Liverpool, and it caused me to add and include yet, I think, another dimension, which I should have included and said all along, and that is how you think about food. Here's what I mean. In this study, the researchers were talking about obesity, and they mention in the press release to the study that obesity is often attributed to an addiction to food. Sometimes it's characterized that way, and people believe themselves to be what? Food addicts. Previously, or up until this point in time, there haven't been very many, if any at all, studies examining whether believing yourself to be a food addict would influence how much you eat. So these researchers set about trying to figure that out and how their beliefs about food addiction relative to themselves would affect the eating behavior of these individuals. And it was interesting. Dr. Helen Ruddick in the study said, our research found that participants who believed themselves to be food addicts, what do you think they did? Take a guess. Stephen is usually good at this. Stephen, in this study, if a person thought him or herself to be a food addict, do you think it caused them to eat more unhealthy food, or did it tend to moderate their eating of unhealthy foods?
I don't know. I could go either way, because I could see them just going up, well, I'm an addict, and just go all in, or the other.
If I said to you, you've been diagnosed as a food addict, What would that cause you to do?
I mean, I guess I would have to cut back on what I'm eating, or maybe even just.
That's it.
I would see.
That's it. You get it.
Well, I might switch to what I'm eating. Like, okay, maybe I'm just addicted to this stuff that I'm eating. I'll start eating this stuff.
Another bad food?
Well, or a good one. Who knows? But it's
okay.
Still, yeah.
Well, you hit it. The food addicts in the study that were described as food addicts and believe themselves to be that, Stephen, reduced the amount of time they were exposed to unhealthy foods and ate less of it as a result. So you made perfectly, you said what the people in the study said. And Dr. Ruddick said, our study is the first to show that personal beliefs about food addiction can influence how much we eat. Further work with larger sample or group and over a long period of time is now needed. Researchers always say that. Further research is needed, close quote. So if you believe you're a food addict, you may, and somebody points that out to you, you're diagnosed as a food addict, you might be more inclined to eat less of those kinds of foods that are unhealthy. It's interesting. So how you think about food is also part of your relationship. And how you, and also that relationship is not only psychological, it's also emotional. It's biological, physiological, right? Get it? Cultural, anthropological. Food. What a topic. Nutrition. Around here, when I say food, I mean nutrition. Nutrition equals food. Nutrition is a more precise definition, but generally it's the consumption of food and its effects on the body, good and bad. So Tracy Kreider is my guest. Dr. Kreider is a regular guest on Let's Talk Nutrition. He was on this week. We were talking about vitamin D. We're going to continue that conversation. But before we go there, she's an educator for Country Life Vitamins, has been for a long time, travels around the country, hither and yon. So have you ever thought about how you think about food?
More than you could possibly imagine.
A therapist's dream, right?
You know me, I'm going to shoot it straight, right?
I thought more
around the bush with me.
I thought more about thinking about food than you have thought about thinking about food.
That's absolutely right.
So what do you think about, if I may ask? What do you think about your thinking with food here?
Well, I think maybe I should be told I have a problem thinking about food, and maybe that would help my problem thinking about food. Right? It sounds like it. It sounds like that's what I need.
Yeah. Like in relationships, when you find yourself having to talk about the relationship all the time, usually there's something wrong. Or thinking about it all the time. There might be something wrong with that relationship. This is interesting. This is an interesting little study. People who thought they were food addicts, they were told they were food addicts in a study, they tended to shy away from the bad food. That's interesting. Do you think people are really that conscious? I believe you're in a minority. I don't know if people really think about food that much. They may think, maybe they eat something and say, well, hell, I shouldn't have eaten that. Or, maybe I need to change the way I eat because it's not healthy. Do you think it goes much further than that with most people?
No, I don't. And I think it's because of how food is marketed these days. It's very alluring how food is marketed. It's spun in a way to where it seems to be that this could possibly be a pretty healthy choice. And so, there is no shame or guilt or anything, I think, with most. Most probably think they're doing a fairly good job.
You just said something that's really an intriguing comment. Most of the food is marketed so people don't feel ashamed or embarrassed or guilty. They throw out that fast food like, yeah, have at it, man. This is good. You don't have to worry about it. Just dig in and suck down that shake and swallow that burger, right?
Yeah, they've upgraded how fast food restaurants look. Make it look more appealing. Make it look a little bit fancier.
They almost market it like they do sex. You know that?
I didn't actually realize that in any way. I didn't see a correlation there.
You don't see a correlation? I do. How they use sexual images, suggestions, and whatnot, in all from smoking to whatever. It's implied in these commercials. Look at some of these food commercials, and you'll see. Maybe I'm stretching that a little too much, but I don't know. They're making it sensuous. They make food sensuous, don't they? Ms. Kreider?
I do agree with that.
Uh-huh. Okay. You just got me thinking about my thinking about your thinking about thinking.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. And if you just tuned in, thanks for stopping by. My guest is Tracy Kreider, and she is educator for Country Life Vitamins and is very thoughtful. So I'm not surprised when I asked her, do you think about food? She said, you don't have any idea how often I think about food, thinking about food. Are you familiar? Welcome back, Tracy. Are you familiar with Gabriel Cousens?
I'm not.
He wrote a book. He's one of the I read it many years ago. It's a book called Conscious Eating. And his last name is spelled Cousens. It's a vegetarian, I guess, a vegetarian's guide. Some can call it the Bible of vegetarians. It's for beginners and advanced devotees of that way of eating. And he's a provocative, interesting man, probably wickedly bright, from what I can, all things that I've heard said about him, and has a clinic somewhere out in the southwest. Gabriel Cousens, Conscious Eating. It's interesting. We often talk about conscious living. Conscious eating, boy, if we could get people just to think about what they're doing with their food and their relationship with it, we'd make some progress maybe. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think just in the mere fact of cutting your food, I think deliberately really paying attention to the energy of the food that you're cutting and you're preparing and where it came from and how it got there. And if you have the blessing of being able to grow your own and go out and pick some, how great is that? But I think, again, it goes back to what we were speaking about the alluring factor of our food. It's packaged so nicely in the meat counter. I loved your first hour, by the way.
Oh,
but,
you did?
Meat is,
okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
I listened to the whole thing. It was really made me want to take silver, so I'll say that.
Yeah, that brand is pretty good. Silver Biotics is very good. I use it. Yeah.
But, as far as meat and packaging, I mean, just think about everything as we were talking about how things are marketed. It doesn't make us have any guilt or imply that it's unhealthy in any way when you see low-fat, fat-free, but then when you turn the bottle around, there's all these, a 4-inch other ingredient segment. How could that possibly be healthy? It's so highly processed. And so in eating all of these different types of food, what does that leave us with? A huge deficit of a variety of different nutrients, and we wonder why we feel the way that we do, and we look the way that we do. I mean, we're certainly eating, some of us eating, way too much, but yet we're constantly hungry, and we don't feel well. So there's a wide variety of things going on. So yes, I think about food. I think about food in a very dangerous way because I do almost constantly think about food.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just amazing. Yesterday I had Dr. Michael Murray on. You know Dr. Murray, right?
Yes.
And you ought to hear his argument about food and the meaning of food and how it pertains to health and medicine. He makes an interesting and compelling argument. It's pretty eloquent. He was on yesterday. Man, he did a good job in laying that point of view out. People don't realize, I think for the most part, far too many people don't realize the connection between food, their biological, psychological, emotional health. And people eat, so I eat to stay alive. You should eat to stay healthy and live a long life and quality of life. And food is that powerful. It is Hippocrates said it. It's a medicine, and let medicine be your food and food your medicine. It's such a powerful. I mean, it's so taken for granted. Oh well. you were on the other day, just a couple of days ago, and you were talking about vitamin D, and you wanted to do a part 2, which I think is very good. And what did you want to focus on today about vitamin D? We were talking about vitamin D the last show, and we were talking about the vitamin D deficiency that seems to pervade. Where did you want to theme it today?
Extending that conversation in terms of the extreme discovery. It's enlightening. I don't know if you had the opportunity to look into some of the things that I was mentioning in terms of us looking at D far differently than just, hey, it's vitamin D and we need it every day. It's just not that simple. It's just not a simple nutrient, and the need for this and its regulation of thousands of different genes in the body, we're realizing that there's a huge risk of us being much more deficient due to different gene variants, and that's kind of where I wanted to take us today.
Okay. So vitamin D gene regulation. Okay, I'll let you start that, and then I have some ideas, and I'll try to weave them into what you want to focus on. Go ahead.
So I know you're into studies and you like research and things like that. So I'll read this straight so I don't miss any words here. But researchers in the Sunlight, which was studying the underlying genetic determinants of vitamin D, analyzed data of 15 different groups that indicated nearly 34,000 whites of European ancestry. The team looked at the vitamin D concentrations in the blood as well as genetics, and found a vitamin D insufficiency was defined at concentrations of 75 nanomoles per liter. And it goes on to talk about the fact that when they searched deeper, there was 3 common gene variants.
When we come back, we'll talk about those 3 common gene variants, talking about how D regulates your gene expression. Be right back.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Alga Life, algae for life. NeoCell, the true science of collagen. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
According to the Vitamin D Council, yes, there is such an outfit. Depending on what researcher or paper or scientist you read or talk to, the estimates are that anywhere from 3 to 10% of the active human genome is directly or indirectly signaled by vitamin D. You got some well-known genes, tyrosine hydroxylase gene, that has a role in depression. Then you have the renin gene, that deals with hypertension. Vitamin D is implicated with those genes and their expression, and others as well. My guest, Dr. Tracy Kreider, she's an educator for Country Life Vitamins, and talking about this connection between vitamin D and genes and gene expression. So welcome back. You were talking about this study, Tracy.
I was, yes. And, it's interesting when we think about, what is a gene expression for some people who hear that word and they don't really know what that means. It's just a process which, information that's contained in a gene becomes actually productive and useful. So when you think about the fact that vitamin D is, a steroid hormone that regulates 1,000 or more genes in our body and what's going on, it seems to be a much bigger issue if we talk about a 78% population of deficiency in vitamin D.
There was a study published in Public Library of Science 1, PLOS 1, very prestigious journal. And the data in the study suggested that any improvement in vitamin D status, and I'm quoting them now, will significantly affect expression of genes that have a wide variety of biological functions of more than 160 pathways linked to cancer, autoimmune disorders, and cardiovascular disease, which have been associated with vitamin D deficiency, close quote. That's what the study showed. Pretty powerful, eh?
It is, and I'm glad I had all of those listed as well as to what it had been linked to, because when we think about, where is vitamin D? How do we get D in our diet? We spent a while talking about what our diet looks like. We know what it is, and D isn't found in very many foods. I mean, it is in fatty fish and cheeses and to a certain degree, some of those fortified foods, but all at a very low level, a little bit in egg yolks and certain mushrooms. I found portobellos actually are the highest in vitamin D. But there's not a whole lot that we can get a substantial number out of a vitamin D unit. They're measured, as we mentioned in our last conversation, they're measured in international units. And traditionally you see them at 400. Sometimes you'll see them at 1,000 or 5,000. And it's really varied across the board, the information that's out there in terms of just how much.
Yeah, and that's amazing. So you need a little sun, get some exposure to sun, and gets on sun exposes, skin is exposed to the sun, and then there's a process that takes place, and the vitamin D gets synthesized. We won't get into the details of all that, but you get the point. And it's kind of ironic that there's people live in like the Sunshine State, Florida, and suffer from vitamin D deficiency. By the way, I went on PubMed and I typed in vitamin D and a gene. I just typed in vitamin D and then the word genes. I got 4,241 hits. There are 4,241 articles of one sort or another about vitamin D and genes. If you do a vitamin D genes review, which is a review of the literature, you get over 700 papers where they review all the literature. So about half of the literature is review studies about the studies, and you got over 4,221 total studies. So only 700 are reviewed. The rest are all specific studies. It's amazing. 4,241. It's a lot of studies on vitamin D and gene expression. God, that's a huge.
It is. Was it a surprise to you?
Yeah, it was. I never typed that. I never looked at that. That's the first time. I said,
and really what got me going on this, we had a conversation a few months ago about gene variants and mutations with folic acid and how Country Life has methylfolate for those individuals who might have the MTHFR gene variant. And as I was doing the research on that, it was just a fumble that I found, lo and behold, there's these 4 different gene variants that had relation to, and there was numerous studies that said it was highly genetically determined as to whether or not you could actually get your serum levels up, even with supplementation. You and I discussed both that, we're active, we're outside, and both of us found ourselves to be deficient.
Yeah, blood tests showed that on me. So
across the board, we see, individuals who are out there. We know that the color of our skin and the time in the sun, the elderly, of course, with thinner skin, have an inability to absorb as much. So all of these things taking into consideration, even, again, taking it in, why isn't it making a difference in blood levels? And this is just very new to me as well, to find that these different findings were out there that interact and affect the body's vitamin D levels.
Yeah, again, now, here we have the importance of nutrition, food, and we're specifically talking about vitamin D, a specific element of food, which can be derived from food, but in this case from the sun primarily. But you get my point, how it is so implicated in our gene and gene expression. So diet and lifestyle, critical, no doubt, counts for a lot of the variance of what happens to us. But genes also are in this ball game too, and they're a player. How much of the variance is accounted for? But it depends on who you're reading. Variance relative to being healthy, longevity, and so on. Some say 25%, some say 40%. Don't know, somewhere in that range. But you got the connection among diet, lifestyle, genes. Vitamin D. Come back, we'll talk about Country Life's vitamin D. We mentioned this last time, but we'll ask Tracy to review it again. If you don't have a vitamin D supplement in your day-to-day nutrition protocol, you might want to consider including it. It's pretty impressive, the amount of research showing the health association with vitamin D.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve 2 important goals in weight loss. 1, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and 2, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
Did you know that when it comes to supporting whole body health, there's an herbal supplement that may be as important as your daily multivitamin? Discover Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter. formulated to support a whole body, healthy inflammation response. An ongoing natural process and part of the body doing its job. We often think of the inflammation response as something we can feel, such as where there are sensitive nerve endings. But did you know that we can also have an inflammation response we can't feel? And whether we are aware of it or not, our inflammation response can affect the whole body. Zyflamend is a patented blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, that help balance and support your body's natural, healthy inflammation response for overall health and wellness. And it's clinically tested. Discover the premier herbal supplement for whole body health from New Chapter, Zyflamend Whole Body. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local fine health food store.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA-certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract. Available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit Kyolic.com. That's KYOLIC.com. Or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. Earlier in the show, I was talking about how, and I know there's no such word, genderized certain diseases and conditions, and one of which is osteoporosis, and has typically been identified with women, like heart disease has been identified with men. In both instances, those are just flat wrong. It's a human disease not a gender-specific disease, and men suffer from osteoporosis as well. Here's the question. How many men over the age of 65 suffer from osteoporosis? I'll give you just two choices today. 1.5 million or 2.5 million. 877-897-8255. That's a toll-free number. 877-897-8255. How many men over the age of 65 suffer from osteoporosis? 1.5 million or 2.5 million? This topic, Dr. Kreider, is not unrelated. Vitamin D and osteoporosis, there's a connection, isn't there?
There is indeed. I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to say that because, of course, your body needs vitamin D to absorb calcium and promote bone growth. So it's an integral part of your regimen. And if you are taking a calcium, it needs to be paired with other minerals and a vitamin like D. K is also extremely important, K2, but vitamin D is necessary for that osteoblast class function of breaking down and building the bone.
Yeah, vitamin D, vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 is a natural form of vitamin D?
It is. There are several forms out there and several sources. So Country Life provides a fish oil source, a lanolin source, and for those individuals who are vegans, there's also a vegan source. And recently just came out with 2 new gummies as well. A lanolin source and a vegan gummy.
What's the vegan source of vitamin D3?
It's lichen, and lichen is akin to something that you would think of as moss, but it's a controlled growth environment of a plant, and they've been able to extract that same cholecalciferol or vitamin D3 that's found in fish and lanolin.
Vitamin D2 is a synthetic made in a lab, right?
Traditionally, it's ergocalciferol, and it is synthesized in small amounts. They have been able to obtain some from mushrooms and fermented vegetable oils, but traditionally it's a synthesized form, ergocalciferol. So take a look at the back of your bottle. Be sure that it says D3, cholecalciferol, from a fish oil, lanolin, or, of course, the vegan source, lichen. We carry all 3.
The health question of the day is, how many men over the age of 65 suffer from osteoporosis? 1.5 million or 2.5 million? 877-897-8255. You have the right answer, you win a $25 supplement gift card. I saw a man the other day at the grocery store at Publix. He was pushing his cart. He was coming out of the store, and I was walking in. And he wasn't that old in the face. I mean, he didn't look, when I looked at his face, he didn't look that old. And he was hunched over that cart. I mean, severe osteoporosis. It's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. It was so unnecessary for that to happen to him. And I saw him pushing that cart, and you say, these are preventable. They're so preventable. Didn't somebody tell him, somebody help him? Didn't they see what was happening to his body? I don't know. You see that a lot, too, on the road, don't you?
And it's, we're at war with ourselves right now. We're in a fight to keep ourselves healthy, and it's available, it's out there, but it's difficult, again, because of that perception of people who believe that they're truly doing the right thing, they're truly investing in the right foods, and we're missing out on a lot, and supplementation is key, and unfortunately, it's not available to all. So D is one of those things where because it's not readily available in food, as you mentioned prior to the break, it's so important for supplementation. Good thing is, for people who don't like to take pills, it's a teeny tiny pill, so it's easy to get down.
Oh, it's very small, very small. You have to be careful. You drop them on the floor. I've dropped more of those on the floor. There's probably more little vitamin D gel caps under my stove refrigerators.
Not when you have 3 dogs like me. They're the fish oil ones. They get their D.
Let's go to Doylestown. Matt, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on, Matt.
Oh, I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
We're doing all right, man. Doing okay. Un día a la vez in Spanish, one day at a time.
That's a great way to live, right?
Yeah. The answer to, I'll give you a hint. The answer to the question, it's a problem, but it's not a big a problem as you may think it to be, Matt. So that may help you adjust your answer. Is it 1.5 million or 2.5 million who suffer from vitamin D deficiency?
Well, after that great hint right there, I'm going to have to go with 2.5 million.
I'll repeat my hint again. It's not as bad as you think it is.
I think I'm gonna go with that answer right there. I'll stick with that as my final answer.
Okay, it's a wrong answer, but I'm going to give you the gift card anyway. It's 1 million. It's 1.5 million. Not as bad as you think. Meaning, I know you were thinking it was 2.5 million. It's bad. It's 1.5 million, but it's not quite as bad as 2.5 million. But no, it's okay. You're a winner anyhow.
Hey, I'll take it.
I appreciate you listening to the show. You sound like a young man. How old are you?
I'm 23.
God, I love you for listening to this show. You're the guy that I'm trying to find to listen to this show. Young people such as you. Why are you listening to a health talk show? You're healthy and young. I'm curious.
I'm bored here at work, so I was. I wanted don't tell me, but I'm looking for new stuff to listen to, and I threw you on, so.
Okay, I'll take it.
Trivia question and wanted to give you a quick ring.
I don't care how we get you on the air, get you to listen. We are looking to have more young people. Thank you so much. Congratulations. You won a $25 supplement gift card. Tell all your young friends to listen, Matt. Thank you.
I'll put your name out there. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. And Tracy, thank you so much. You're a wonderful guest. You're a wonderful person. Love having you on the show. So does the audience, by the way. Your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you.